Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to
Foldable displays are kind of a paradox when you think about it. In everyday life, anything that folds is usually folded away for storage and then opened up when you need it. But with foldable phones, it works a bit differently. Even when the device is closed, you can still use it thanks to the outer screen. And in reality, that outer display often gets more use. This slightly unusual way of using the device is part of what makes foldables feel premium, almost like a statement category that brands aren't ready to give up on. Even Apple, known for being cautious, is expected to step into this space. So what exactly makes foldable screens so attractive? And after 7 years of development, what's the real experience like? After spending time with the newly released Honor Magic V6, here's what stands out. In the early days, foldable phones came with clear compromises. They were thicker, heavier, had weaker battery life, and often sacrificed performance. The trade-off gave you two emotional highs: the first time you unfolded it, and the first time you showed it off to someone else. But that excitement faded quickly once you noticed the crease in the middle, felt the soft plastic layer on the screen, or heard subtle structural noises. All of it reminded you that the device was fragile and needed extra care. If unfolding a phone comes with both physical inconvenience and mental hesitation, then it's hard to argue that foldables are truly practical. So how does the Magic V6 tackle this? A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. To put its thinness into perspective, its unfolded body is only about as thick as stacking two ID cards on top of a USB-C port, roughly 2.6 millimeters. Even when folded, it's comparable to traditional foldable phones. What's more impressive is how it feels in hand. Modern smartphones tend to feel top-heavy because of large camera modules, but despite having a sizable camera system, the Magic V6 can actually stand upright on a table. Considering it only makes contact with the surface across a 4mm width, that's pretty remarkable. This also hints at well-balanced weight distribution. Even though it weighs 219 grams, it doesn't feel overly heavy in everyday use. Battery life is another big question for foldables, so we tested both the inner and outer screens separately. After 5 hours of usage, the inner display still had 51% battery left, which is solid. The outer screen performed even better, holding on to 66% after the same test, outperforming some traditional flagship phones. And remember, this is a device that manages to include both a large internal display and a hinge within a slim frame. The secret lies in its battery technology. Honor has introduced a new generation of its Qinghai Lake Blade battery, which compresses battery stacking down to just 0.15 millimeters. This allows more layers to fit within the same space, increasing capacity while also boosting energy density. Thanks to this, the Magic V6 packs a massive 7150 mAh battery into a body that's only about 4 millimeters thick when unfolded, easily delivering all-day usage. In terms of performance and hardware, there's no compromise either. It runs on the latest flagship processor, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen5, and supports 80-watt wired fast charging along with up to 66 watts wireless charging. The display also uses Honor's latest black screen technology, which improves durability against drops and scratches while reducing glare and enhancing visibility under bright sunlight. All of this means that when the phone is folded, it feels very close to using a traditional smartphone. But what about when you unfold it? Can you really trust that large inner display? I even tried a rough durability test, practicing serves while learning, and after 15 minutes, the screen held up just fine. It's also rated for water resistance up to 4 meters, and overall structural balance feels solid. A few years ago, foldable phones felt like something luxurious but fragile, like a golden hammer, expensive and delicate. That comparison doesn't quite hold anymore. The Magic V6 shows clear improvements in durability, and foldables have become more affordable over time, while gold prices have soared. If we accept that some ultra-thin phones trade tactile comfort for better cameras, then a foldable that offers a larger screen at a reasonable cost starts to make a lot of sense, as long as that bigger display is actually useful. And yes, a large screen does have its advantages. Watching videos feels more immersive, images show more detail, and certain activities just feel more comfortable. But there's a catch. The aspect ratio of the inner screen is almost square, while most apps are designed for tall vertical displays. This mismatch creates an unpredictable experience when you unfold the device. There are generally 4 outcomes. In the best case, apps are properly optimized for the larger screen. Content platforms might show bigger images along with additional information, making everything easier to view, while map apps can shift controls to the side for better usability. The second scenario is when apps aren't optimized, but the system compensates by splitting the screen into 2 panels, like showing a list of restaurants on one side and menus on the other. It looks like a good use of space, but in reality, it's most useful only in the first few seconds, especially for skipping ads. The third situation is poor compatibility, where the app simply stretches the outer screen interface across the inner display. It ends up looking oversized, almost like an easy mode interface for seniors. The fourth case is partial optimization, where apps try to adapt but end up with layout issues or awkward blank spaces. This highlights the biggest challenge with foldable phones. It's not that the inner screen lacks value, it's that you can't always predict whether unfolding the device will improve or worsen your experience. There's a level of uncertainty every time. Since it's unrealistic to expect all third-party apps to fully adapt anytime soon, Honor has taken a more practical approach by focusing on making the inner screen experience more consistent and reliable. From my time using it, there are 2 situations where the inner display clearly outshines the outer one. The first is reading. Whether you're going through ebooks, comics, or even work-related documents and charts, the larger screen is just easier on the eyes. There's also something satisfying about unfolding the device. It adds a bit of ceremony to the experience. For this use case, the Magic V6 includes a full-screen AI translation feature. Turn it on, and you can smoothly read foreign language materials or even futuristic comics without any hassle. Of course, a bigger screen also means more visibility, not just for you, but for people around you. That's where the Magic V6 adds a clever privacy feature. You can enable screen peeping protection for certain apps, so if someone nearby tries to look at sensitive content, the screen automatically blurs. For example, if a coworker leans over to check your game stats, they'll just see a blurred display instead of your actual progress. The second scenario, where the inner screen really shines, is multitasking. You can run 2 apps side by side, like comparing discounts across food delivery platforms, or reviewing a video while giving feedback to a colleague. Foldable devices naturally excel at switching between apps, and the Magic V6 makes it even easier. There's a shortcut button on the far left of the bottom dock. Tap it, and you instantly jump into split screen mode. It even suggests app combinations, although for some reason it keeps recommending pairing games with AI. Maybe it thinks I need help improving my gameplay. Beyond the usual 2-app setup, it also supports 3-way split screen. By adjusting the divider between apps, you can expand one window into a nearly full horizontal view, while the other 2 shrink and sit partially off screen. With just a tap, you can switch between them, almost like turning the inner display into a flexible virtual workspace. It's not overly complicated, but it feels more advanced than simple app splitting. What really surprised me is how smooth everything stays, even under pressure. I tried running 2 demanding games and switching between them, and it handled it effortlessly. You can even have a large game updating in the background without worrying about it being paused. Window sizes are adjustable, switching is quick, and apps stay active even during heavy usage. In many ways, the multitasking experience feels close to what you'd expect on a desktop. But there's still a limitation. At the end of the day, these are still mobile apps. On phones or tablets, how often do you truly need split screen? Productivity usually demands more than just 2 or 3 windows. And compared to full desktop software, mobile apps still feel limited. Plus, tapping on a screen can't fully replace the speed and precision of a keyboard and mouse. In reality, it feels more suited for reviewing or responding to work rather than creating something from scratch. That's probably why foldables are often marketed toward professionals and business users. But in today's AI-driven world, almost everyone can feel like a boss. For example, I use tools like GPT to help draft this very script while chatting with it. And with tools like Gemini 3.1 Pro, you can generate design ideas, cover images, and storyboards with just a few prompts. AI has simplified workflows and boosted productivity in a way that feels almost effortless. This is where foldable screens start to make even more sense. Since they offer nearly double the screen space of a regular phone, you can keep AI tools open on one side while working on something else on the other. It's like having a constant assistant ready to help at any moment. And unlike a tablet, it's still compact enough to carry in your pocket. Whenever inspiration strikes, you can pull it out instantly and start working. The ability to think and act at the same time with immediate feedback is where foldables really shine. By now, you probably have a clear picture of what the Honor Magic V6 brings to the table. On the hardware side, its slim folding design, high-density battery, and more durable screen make using it feel almost as effortless as a traditional phone, removing much of the hesitation that used to come with foldables. On the software side, it cleverly improves reading and document editing on the inner display, while making multitasking smoother and more reliable. Add the rapid rise of AI into the mix, and the productivity potential of a large foldable screen becomes much more convincing. If you're someone who values efficiency, wants a bigger display, and needs strong battery life, the Magic V6 is definitely worth considering. That said, we also have to acknowledge reality. Even after 7 years, foldable phones still make up less than 2% of the market. So why are companies still so eager to invest in them? First, despite the small market share, foldables are one of the few segments in the smartphone industry that continue to grow rapidly, even as the overall market slows down. Many research firms remain very optimistic about their future. Second, the design of foldables pushes manufacturers to innovate more aggressively with hardware, making better use of internal space. These advancements often trickle down to regular smartphones as well. That's why we've recently seen ultra-thin devices that still deliver strong overall performance, along with battery capacities that rival power banks. Even though software adaptation hasn't fully caught up yet, the hardware ecosystem around foldables is already creating a positive cycle of innovation. And for everyday users, traditional smartphones are starting to feel a bit stagnant. Phones are increasingly becoming platforms for AI rather than purely hardware-driven products. So when it comes to physical innovation, foldable screens might just be one of the last meaningful directions left. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and a big thank you to Honor for the support. See you in the next one.